Well, welcome back to the homestead. Last time I was out with you, we had gotten this wall, the siding put on it all the way up to the top of the windows, and I wound up having to shut it down for the day. And I slipped back out on Tuesday and was able to finish the wall up. And this morning I'm going to get out and start the front wall of the house. So let me show you what this wall looks like and how I'm starting the front, the prep work I'm doing on it, and then we'll get busy, see if we can get some siding put up on the front. Alright, this is the first wall of the house that I've gotten the siding put up on, and I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out. Of course, we've still got to put some paint on it and give it some color, but overall I think I'm really happy with it. The Hardie trim only comes in a 14 or a 12-foot length, and the 12-foot length is definitely manageable by one person, but I think if it was any longer it would be just a little too much, especially when you have to cut notches in it. It becomes pretty fragile at that point. So at any rate, we've got one wall down, and we're going to move around to the front now, and let me show you the prep work I'm doing on that before I can start putting the siding on. Alright, so here on the front of the house, the first thing I did before putting any siding up was I went ahead and I drew lines on the house wrap where all of the studs are, so that when I'm nailing up I don't have to wonder if I'm getting it into a stud or not. And you really do want to have all these siding nails going into a stud. So that's what I've done there, and then I've got my spacers here. I've got to put my 1.5 inch starter strips all the way down the front of the house so that the first row of siding isn't straight up and down, but the bottom is tipped out like all the other rows will be. And that'll just sit on top of these spacers. So let me go ahead and get the starter strips cut out and the ends of it primed, and then we'll nail that up and get started putting some siding on. So now that our starter strip is up all the way across the front, it's time to go ahead and start putting some siding on. Alright, so this is what it looks like so far. The first 3 rows of the front are done, and there's 13 more rows to go. Now, more than likely I can finish this up in 2 more full days. The rows in the middle go quite a bit faster than the row at the bottom. The first 2 or 3 rows you've got to cut around the bottoms of the windows, and I've got to cut out around my outlets and all, so there's a lot of notching, and the notching just takes a little while longer. But hopefully, like I said, 2 more days I'll be able to get the rest of the front done and move around to the next side. So till then, y'all keep checking back.